Hey, Trevor. Welcome to Nashville. Just tell us your first thoughts on settling into camp, what it's been for you the past few days here.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming me. It's been kind of chaotic. I'm just trying to catch up. Obviously, these guys are far along, and they're for me, it's like drinking through a fire hose. So, Coach O'Hara, Arthur's been doing a great job with me, and I'm really just trying to cover as much ground as I can and fit in where I can.
Buck?
Trevor, appreciate your time. With the quarterback room that they've currently got, they've got Ryan Tannehill obviously pretty comfortable in the starting position, and you're competing with Logan. What's that dynamic been like between the two of you vying for that backup quarterback spot?
Yeah, Logan and Ryan have been great to me coming in, and I can't say enough about Logan, how he handles himself, and obviously you guys know Ryan well, so it's a great room. Very fortunate to be a part of it. I'd say right now I'm trying to catch up so much. I'm trying to do as much I can on the field, but there's a lot of ground to cover. So for me, I'm really just keeping my head down these first few days, especially, and then hopefully, I can walk and then run, or crawl, then walk, then run in the next few days here. So,
Jim.
Trevor, appreciate your time, and you touched on it already, but every time you've been on a team in the past, you have been with them since March. Mm-hmm. Now you're on a team just a couple of weeks into camp.
Sure.
What kind of went through your mind, and what had you been doing up until the time you got the call?
Yeah, just trying to stay in shape as best I could. I was joking with Pat, my coach. A week and a half ago, I was throwing to my left guard from college in the park in Chicago. So I was just, picking up my buddies where I could. I'd play catch. I was working out, staying in shape, but that's nothing compared to doing football stuff and football movements and being in a training camp practice. So I'm getting my tail in shape here pretty quick. But it's definitely good to be on the field in the huddle. It's good to be playing ball again.
And just a flyer here, but I know you played with Peyton in 2015 in Denver. Did you talk to him once you found out you were coming to Tennessee and ask for any tips about being a Tennessean?
Not yet. I got to hit him on that once the dust settles, probably. But outside of my wife and maybe my parents, I haven't talked to many folks here. Just trying to get my bearings and get my legs up underneath me.
John Glenn.
Hey, Trevor. Wondering first if there are any similarities here in this system to the one that you played at in Denver, and if so, does that help with this process of trying to catch up?
Yeah. There's a lot of similar principles, I would say, to the scheme I was playing in Denver, and that was that was kind of attractive to me about playing here and getting the chance to come here. Not quite the same. And again, that was, 3 years ago or so. So just trying to jog my memory and, seeing what hits my brain and going over some old notes of kind of comparing the two. But yeah, there's a little bit of alignment there, which has helped me out. And, I think this scheme, is from watching clips of Ryan and watching Logan play here, it's I would call it quarterback friendly. So again, trying to catch up, make as much ground up as I can, and Coach O'Hara has done a good job with me on that end.
Sure. And just a quick follow on that. I know obviously last year you weren't able to really practice or play after the injury, and didn't get a chance to play much the year before. From that standpoint, are you expecting a little bit of rust here in these first few days? Has that been the case for you?
Yeah, I mean, you don't expect it, I would say, but there's no doubt. I mean, as a quarterback, I think, a lot of us who kind of demand a lot out of ourselves. I want to be patient with myself, but not too patient, right? We're not far away from the season beginning, so it's my job to kind of get caught up, knock the rust off. I don't have the luxury of OTAs or a full training camp to do that. So I'm looking forward to getting in shape and getting the rust knocked off here pretty quick.
Teresa? Yeah, Trevor, the whole process of having to come in and follow these testing protocols, how challenging is that when you're trying to, get with a team, work out, and how patient did you have to be through all of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there might have been an element to that. In my case, I'm coming off an injury, so maybe teams, for a while couldn't bring me in and take a look at me in that way, but I don't really know. It's kind of a weird year for everybody. I think everybody's doing a pretty nice job, all things considered, adjusting and making it work.
Terry?
Trevor, having played in Denver, there's not going to be any fans for the season opener out there. You're very familiar with that place. There's still altitude, but how much does an empty stadium potentially nullify a Broncos home field advantage?
Yeah, it'll be interesting, everywhere you play this year, especially I think come playoff time. I don't know, that's a ways away, but yeah, I mean, football, you guys know there's no mystery there. Home field advantage is critical. So I think it'll be interesting to kind of see how it plays out. But yeah, I don't know what it's going to feel like, first game of the season. So, I don't think it'll take us, as players kind of long to adjust and get used to it, maybe a game or two, but that's the way it is. It's the same for everybody.
Luke?
Hey, Trevor, appreciate your time this afternoon. How intense over the last year or so has been your rehab process with the ankle, and then how is the ankle right now?
Yeah, it's been great. Probably took me to maybe January, February to kind of start feeling normal again. Again, didn't have OTAs to kind of test it out and go through everything. So I was trying to simulate as much football type stuff and football type movements as I could. But, that's not quite a training camp practice or anything like that. But yeah, I'm holding up well. It's responded well since getting here. So I'm fired up about that. And on we go.
David Beauclair?
Trevor, when you go through an off-season unsigned, how much pressure, I guess, do you feel when you come in for a workout like you did last week? And when you walked off the field that day, did you feel like you had shown what you wanted to?
Yeah, I think, I think it's maybe, it was my first time going through it. So I don't really know, what these guys are looking at and what they're evaluating. I think, having tape from before, and now I hadn't played really in the last 2 years. So I really don't know what they're looking for in these workouts and stuff. You just come out and throw it around in routes on air, do some quarterback drills. It was my first time going through it. Hopefully I don't have to go through many of those again, but yeah.
Eric?
Hey, Trevor, you've touched on getting caught up to speed and all that. How difficult is it for you, a quarterback coming into a new situation like this and not having preseason games to work with?
Yeah, I think, even in a regular year, you're kind of starving for reps, as a quarterback and every other player, especially not being a starter. So this year, I think that's kind of amplified. So, for me, I'm just trying to understand terminology so I know what the heck Ryan's doing when he's in and what Logan's doing when he's in, so I can kind of steal those reps, so to speak, and, just standing back there at practice. But, this year is unique in that way where there's, the reps are in training camp and preseason. You don't get those reps, those live game reps. So, it's not our job to really complain about it. That's just how it is. We got to make it work and find a way to make it work. So, I'm probably not the only one going through that, to be honest with you.
A couple more, Teron.
Yeah, Trevor, what's your early take in regards to this receiving core that you're working with? Some of the guys, especially on the top end, like A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Humphreys. Yeah, truthfully, I'm not getting many throws with those guys outside of routes on air, but I'm obviously really impressive group and got a lot of juice, smart guys that really love football. So it's cool being around that, and not just those guys. I think that extends the whole team. There's kind of a culture here where you got a lot of guys that love ball. They're good dudes, and jumping in kind of late like I am. That's really cool to be a part of.
Jim?
TD just tipped mine, but I'll follow up. Just, do you know any guys on this team, Trevor? Anybody's brain you're picking besides the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I played ball with Ibrahim Campbell, who's here in college. We were the same class. Trying to think who else. That's about it. You know, a lot of new faces, a lot of names. I'm trying to nail down here. But yeah, everybody's been great welcoming me, and you know, I'm trying not to pester everybody about questions here and there, but. Everybody's been super helpful. It's a great locker room. I'll say that. And like I said, fired up to be here.
Last one, Corey.
Hey, Trevor, thanks for having us. Just wanted to ask you quickly, you said the words quarterback friendly with this offense. Does that have more to do with learning terminology or the fact that it's so play action based, setting you guys up for things?
Yeah, not just the play action, but just that, everything about it. I think it just gives the quarterback a chance to be aggressive and be decisive. There's a lot of opportunity there in that regard. And, as early in my career, I was in a scheme similar for 2 years, and I didn't realize how good I had it playing in that scheme at the time. But I've been kind of, peeking over the fence, so to speak, itching to kind of get back in an offense similar to this. And, sure enough, here I am. So I'm excited about the opportunity and really hope I can make the most of it.
Thanks. Go Cats.
Yeah, go Cats, yeah.
Appreciate it, Trevor. That's all the questions we have for you. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, guys.